When millions of dollars, sir, the market is doing all kind of move recently. We've seen a strong shakeout recently in the market with ETH got rejected from that $4,000 back to almost 3,500. Freaked out everybody. This is by far now, this is the first real shakeout for those people that just joined in now when they seen Bitcoin at 100K. The first retail, they freak out. Retail, they don't like volatility. And this is very important to me. Today's video, we're going to be talking about what's happening with the market. Is this still going? I remain a bull in a strong bull market, as I've made the case in previous videos, and I am forced to remake the case again to remind everyone to stay bull strong, to keep those horns up, because we're gonna see a lot of these things. Retail never learn. Now, this word, when millions, sir, it's usually something that we hear a lot in a real euphoria phase of the cycle of the market. We haven't started to hear those yet, right? The market is still full of PTSD. Oh my God, shake out. This is not happening, right? This is not happening. Like you see ETH getting rejected from 4,000. We just celebrated that. And now it's shook off, and the XRP literally at the top here. Everybody was calling XRP to go to $1,000 per XRP. Why not, right? 1% of Bitcoin. It went down 34% in that recent dip from the high, which means retail now out of their $100 now they lost $35. Oh my God, now crypto is a scam. We lost $34. They got shook. They got shook, man. They got shook super hard. And this is basically what's gonna happen throughout this bull market. It's gonna keep playing, and it's gonna keep playing, and it's gonna keep playing. So today's video, we're gonna be checking on the health of this bull market, and especially understanding today at which part of the cycle we are at right now. Now, personally, I do think we're still way early, and just because of ETH. Now, there is no bull market with ETH below its previous all-time high. That does not exist, and it never happened. Although now you see, this is a good thing. This is a good sign to see that shakeouts are still working, because these market makers, they let people sell their coins cheap now. Sell them cheap so we can pump them higher, sir. Do it, please. Sell them cheap so we can pump it higher, and then you can buy up high again so we can bring you back down, so you can sell low again so we can pump it up. So when you see those shakeouts successfully manage to shake out the market, this means that the market is going to repeat exactly like 2021 and exactly like 2017, because it appears that nobody learned anything. People are not learning, which means we're going to repeat 2021 all over again. And you know, these markets, they thrive on psychology. They don't thrive in these lines and this Fugazi, RSI, and all that crazy stuff. It doesn't work, right? That stuff is just for technical day-to-day, and you must have the fundamentals, which is basically the psychology of the market. These are the foundations, the fundamentals, is to understand, are we going to repeat 2021? And it appears we are going to repeat it, because people behaviors did not change. People are still behaving the same way like they did in 2021 and like they did in 2020, in 2017, which is get shook after every dip and buy up high. When this is exactly what we need to see in a market in order for the market to go up. Because if nobody's willing to sell, then the market will not go up, because then everybody's going to get rich. And in this market, it doesn't work like that. If everybody gets rich, then nobody is gonna, and the market cannot go up, because it doesn't have enough money to give it to everyone. So somebody's got to sell, and somebody's got to lose money, and 70% of people got to lose that money, and the market needs to get them out. Because if they ride the wave up and everybody's in with the wave up, then all the people from here are gonna want to sell here. So we need to shake these people here first. We need to do this. Go down first, let them sell here, then we go up here. So we have maybe 10% left of those people that were here. So it's much easier to pay off 10% of the initial investors than it is to pay off 100% of them. That's what shakeouts actually do. Now, this is the psychology behind it. That's why shakeout happens. So when you see XRP here, it does not make any sense. If everybody gets in here expecting $1,000 and just the price keeps going up, then nobody's selling. Then at some point they're gonna all have to sell, and if they're all gonna have to sell, who's gonna buy? Who's gonna pay them? Then in that case, the market makers gonna have to pay from their own pockets, and they cannot do that. They cannot do that. They are not here in the business of losing money. They are here in the business of making money. So we gotta get the people out. We're gonna shake as many of them as possible. We're gonna lose as many of them as possible and keep as many, as little as of them as possible, so we have only fewer people at the top to pay than having 100% of them. That's what shakeouts do. And this is very bullish to me, right? I know if you're new to the space and you're like, but things are going down, how is this bullish? Yeah, it is bullish because it means we're gonna go up. Basically, it means if we did not correct, or if we did not see Bitcoin, if we look at BTC now, if we did not see BTC correct and ETH correcting and all those things correcting, we will not go up. And you can see now, this is typical, this grind up. Now you guys, if you've been following the channel, we'll be looking at these grind ups. They do happen a lot. We had this one here. Those are very typical of bull markets. This like grind up. The price is trying to break, but then it goes down. It's trying to break, and then suddenly it breaks out here. You see this breakout here? We're doing the same thing again now. We're doing the same thing on Bitcoin, which means after the breakout here, first off, it means the breakout to the upside is most likely than the breakout to the downside, and the breakout to the upside is going to send us higher. So let's clean this and just put it very quickly here. So we go from Bitcoin, and what we see now here, this grind up, and then we broke out for, let's say, 20% up on Bitcoin. This is crazy though. So let's take the same thing again here on this new channel. Let's hide this here. And the next breakout, let's say from here, a 15% breakout would put Bitcoin at around 122,338. And these typically play out, and we can go back to the previous breakout here. Same thing here, guys. If we just take this as a grind up kind of range, this is the whole range, and then break out new all-time high from that. Actually, if we put this one here, from that all-time high, breakout from that channel, all-time high, and now we're doing the same thing. Basically, it's a bit smaller, but it is the same thing. So now these are the things that are making the market very bullish today, regardless of what's going on now, right? Regardless of what you're gonna hear. But if you're being shook now, if you got shaken out by the market and you sold and you've woke up now and the market is going back up, now you need to understand that this is gonna play out a lot in this cycle, and this is what the bull market is about. And the most important takeaway here, guys, is that we are gonna see 2021 all over again and 2017 all over again, because nobody learned anything. That's as important as this. Nobody learned anything. If we hide this bull market only with its way up, there were a lot of shakeouts. This is the first one, then this one, then we kept going up. You see this until here. Shakeouts, 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 shakeouts. And each time we shook, people that bought here at the peak of the hype, they sold here. So when we got here, we got rid of them. So they were not here standing in lines waiting for their paychecks. They were actually standing in line to hand paychecks. So that's how the market works. Now, obviously, we want to be in the side of we are the ones waiting in line to get the paychecks, not the ones giving the paychecks. So bull markets, dips are opportunities as usual. Opportunities, and it's gonna keep playing. Now, when should we sell? And we talked about this because this is pretty much repeating the same it did in 2017, the same it did in 2021. The market started pumping in November, around the end of 2020, which is basically the halving year back in 2020, and also now it's 2024, the halving year. It started off the November, December of the halving year, and ended off November of the post-halving year, which is 2025. So this hasn't changed a bit. So the next thing here is when millions of dollars, sir, which this comes down to the altcoin season. Altcoins are still doing their thing. They, as you see, they sell off with Bitcoin, they pump with Bitcoin. Pepe retraced 11 billion back to 9, and then now back up to 10. and almost everything shook back up and down, and it is very normal. Right? And I said this multiple times. We're going to have shakeouts, and dips are opportunities because we're heading towards a bull market. Now, altcoin season depends on ETH, as I just shown you now. ETH is king, and ETH, without ETH, there is no altcoin season. As easy as that, boys and girls. As easy as that. It needs to break above 4,871.65 on the Binance chart against USDT. It needs to do that. We're still way ahead of that. If anything, now you got time to accumulate. That's it. We do have a long bull market to come, and you see what that feels like. It almost feels crazy to be talking about buying the dips now, or don't get shook, because it feels like we still have the PTSD from the previous cycle, and everybody's freaking out, and everybody's in disbelief still. It's crazy. It is crazy how this works, but everybody's still in disbelief as if this is not going to happen. And as long as we have this belief and people don't believe that this is going to happen, it is going to happen. So we need ETH above 4,871 going into that parabolic price discovery that usually happens in, let's clean up this, it happens in the post-halving year, which now happened around February of 2021 back in the days here. So everything is going as planned, right? Everything is going according to what happened previously. So nothing alarming going on here. The best strategy remains the same. Dips are opportunities. The bull cycle is going. Keep your horns up, guys. Keep your horns up. The bull market is still going. So something interesting you want to be looking at, and to understand that we're not the only ones here freaking out, and that the buyers are not here yet. You remember, guys, we talked about this. We talked about the global liquidity that is still not yet switched back on, which is the money printer. The money printer hasn't turned on yet. And this is the global liquidity, which shows you how much money is circulating in the system, which is just going down. And usually it needs to start to go up to create a bull market, like it happened in 2021, massive one. And in 2017, it goes up with the market. So now it's not going up at all. In fact, it's kind of pulling back down now here recently. So this is probably why we're seeing this kind of recent shakeout. Also because of that, global liquidity is kind of tightening now. It's being tight. But sooner or later it's going to reverse. And once it's going to reverse, we're going to have the true altcoin season, the one and only. So to understand and see the impact and see that we're not the only ones in the trenches, because in the trenches it feels like it's just us in our bubbles, index screeners, and doing our thing and everything like that. And because we have a high tolerance to risk when we are in the trenches, and when we are in meme coins, and when we are onto these altcoins, it feels like we don't relate to risk as much as other people do. So we need to understand what the big boys are doing now, and the dumb money when it comes to that. Dumb big boy money. What the dumb big boy money is doing today. Is it freaking out or is it buying? So this is Grayscale. Grayscale has a Bitcoin ETF and an ETH ETF. And they do hold a lot of assets, cryptocurrency assets, in their balances, which means they are offered for their investors, which those investors are strong, rich, dumb money, which is what pumps these markets. Now, these investors, they have access to Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Stellar, which is XLM, XRP, Zcash, Avalanche, Cardano, ETH Classic, Horizon, Near, Polkadot, Solana, Stacks, and SUE. And they do have something in consideration that is gonna come, or considering it would come, which should be bullish, like Kaspa, Aptos, Arbitrum, Celestia, Celo, all these guys here, Internet Computer, Mantle, Metis, Neon, Optimism, Polygon, all these lists here. Now, can you guess which one of these is actually pumping today? Is actually these investors are interested into, or are they even buying? Are they even here? Well, only Bitcoin is pumping. out of these. XRP obviously did pump in XLM. These Stellar, XRP, and Bitcoin. Now it as well is being held by BlackRock. BlackRock and Bitcoin ETFs as well. BlackRock as well holds $51 billion of Bitcoin. Now, good days, happy days. BlackRock is buying. There were some leaks. BlackRock is quietly doubling down on Bitcoin as the price suddenly rockets towards $100,000. Meaning that BlackRock and the big boys, the smart money, is doubling down while the dumb money is not buying. And by that, I mean the dumb money is the people here in grayscale that have access to all these coins that are not pumping. So we can pick any coin, and let's go to the high risk, high reward ones. Let's say we're gonna call it, because if you want an exchange, you will look for the cheapest options. So let's look at decentralized or Decentraland or Mana, which is something shocking I was looking at right now. You would think like Grayscale has this in their balance sheet. Like Grayscale has this Mana. This is their chart. This is the chart of one of the coins they have offered to them, to their investors. This is it, boys and girls, right? This is the chart they have. Nobody's buying. They are not buying, which means that we don't have an altcoin season, which means the actual big liquidity that is going to create the astronomical 2021 bull market and 2017 bull market is still scared, is not buying, even though BlackRock is buying it now. Like BlackRock Holdings, BlackRock has now $3 billion worth of it. They are actually buying it. And they do have $49 billion worth of BTC. So they are in fact buying, but money is so scared right now that the money is not coming in. It's just Michael Saylor and BlackRock buying Bitcoin. So some people would say Michael Saylor is dumb money, but BlackRock is not dumb money. BlackRock is not at all dumb money, and they are buying and doubling down. But dumb money is not buying. Dumb money is the ones that are buying from BlackRock and Grayscale in those. Those are not buying yet, and we need them to start buying. So when is that thing is gonna start to happen? I do think now we're gonna see these all priced out, all these that are kind of Grayscale portfolio, but those that are pretty much near to getting an ETF or could have some sort of an ETF rumor or anything like that. Those might see most of those kind of pumps. Like maybe we could see talks about Litecoin because it's an altcoin, or Bitcoin Cash, or Dogecoin if they do actually pass this into their currently products, into their current assets. So looking at this today in this Grayscale and their holdings and what they are doing with their holdings, and are people even buying? Right? Are people even buying these coins? They are not. Besides XRP and XLM, because these two are very retail heavy, but because they are retail heavy, also they're going to see a lot of flat price fluctuations and price volatility when it comes to that, because of the heavy retail adoption into these coins. But what I am thinking, guys, is once these all here, which are all top cap coins, they are in the top coins. If you go to CoinMarketCap, they're all here at the top. They're all at the top. Bitcoin Cash, Polkadot, Chainlink, all these, Avalanche, Cardano, Dogecoin, BNB, Solana. Now these, at some point, needs to come back to their all-time high. They're going to do something similar to XRP, and then kind of top off there. So once that's gonna happen, now we know also this gonna pretty much time up with the global liquidity kind of reversing. This thing is gonna reverse, and you will see, we'll live to see this. I do think it's pretty much very correlated to it. A lot of people mistake retail are the ones that pump the chart, but they are not. They're not the ones pumping the charts. Is these guys that are in this big Grayscale and BlackRock and their friends. And these people that are here, the hedge funds and dumb whale money, is pretty much looking at this now, at this global liquidity. And it's, you can see as soon as it wicked down, we've seen it and all those on Monday changed. So pretty much we've seen that going down on Monday. So this actually dipped down the 9th, Monday. Literally dipped down, we've seen a shakeout. You can't make this up. We dipped down, we've seen a shakeout. And as soon as it reverses, you can see how much it really follows Bitcoin here. It went up, Bitcoin went with it up. As soon as it kind of reverses, Bitcoin went up with it. This is a crazy indicator for those that are actually looking at it or want to know where to find it. Is on TradingView for free, right? Just leave a like and subscribe. Well, you go to global liquidity index, this one, right? You click it and you're gonna get something like that, and it's pretty much really shadowing Bitcoin follows it, and most importantly, the altcoins are very sensitive to it. Right, especially those heavy altcoins that are pretty much in everyone's balance sheets, like these grayscale and stuff. They're pretty much really controlled or supply controlled, let's say, by those. As soon as they freak out or they see this data before everyone, they start selling. So it is very clear to me today that the bull market is just gonna start when it comes to altcoins, when millions, sir. And we need this to reverse, and it is gonna reverse. As soon as this gonna reverse, we are going higher. As to the real big boys like BlackRock and what they are doing, this is really following smart money. When they say people are following smart money, they follow some trenched trader on the screener. When it comes to real global and real impact in this crypto cycle, this is the actual guy we want to follow, right? BlackRock. $53 billion already in. These guys, they came in, they invested 53 billion with a B into these markets, while successfully shaking out everyone and buying an app exactly like they want to do it. Shake off these people. Shake them off. Shake these spaghetti hands off. We don't want them standing at the counter asking for paychecks. We want them handing out the paychecks when we pump. So as when it comes to those, you can see, guys, here, you can see 3 billion. They hold more ETH than Vitalik himself, the creator of ETH, which he owns almost, like his net worth is close to $1 billion. Actually, if we look at that guy here, if we go to my profile, Vitalik has $990 million on chain worth of ETH. BlackRock owns more than the dev himself. They believe more in ETH than the dev himself. That's how bullish the market is now. I know it doesn't seem like that. Now it seems crazy to think like that, but I believe there's gonna be a massive bull market this cycle. I do believe that. That's why today I'm chilling, relaxing, laid back, and I know we're gonna make a lot of money if we play our cards right here. It's gonna be really fun and more crazier than 2021. And a lot of people don't expect that because a lot of people have been let down back in 2021, and they're not just simply looking at what's going on here. And what's going on here, guys, is you have everything on chain, and BlackRock owns $50 billion of Bitcoin and 3 billion, 0.18 of ETH. So if you are here into the crypto space freaking out today, just remember, BlackRock owns $53 billion worth of cryptocurrencies. This has never happened before, right? You can just go to Arkham, ARKHAM.com and type BlackRock. I do think you're gonna find it this way, BlackRock, just so you can sleep in peace at night. And you're gonna end up here. Type in BlackRock, you'll find BlackRock. So you can exactly know when to exit the markets. When you see that BlackRock holds $53 billion and the number just keeps going up, you can sleep. You can sleep. These guys are gonna pump it, right? You can sleep. We are lucky this cycle. If they start selling, then you can start thinking about selling, or you can start to look into what's going on. You can dig deeper instead of panic selling. That's what you need to understand. Now, I think personally, as I said, the global liquidity thing is what's causing all that. BlackRock understands it, and this is what they're looking at, and they're front-running people that are gonna get rich at some point. The stimulus checks are coming in soon, and the money printer is coming in soon, and BlackRock is not looking at, and BlackRock is looking at offloading this 53 billion or if ever, probably they're gonna just keep holding for a longer period of time until people just go crazy. But that's what they are looking at. They know what they're doing. That's what I see. That's what I see. You can also send them some meme coins. They do have an ETH wallet here. You can send them meme coins and whatever, communicate with them. You can create a meme coin and call it buy more BlackRock and send it to them. Maybe they're gonna receive a message. But basically this is it, guys. I'm not freaking out. I'm seeing BlackRock buying. I'm seeing BlackRock holds 53 billion. Why would I freak out? That's about it here, guys. The bull market is gonna continue. Expect shakeouts. Don't get shaken whenever you feel so down and the market is not gonna reverse. It's most likely that's when it's gonna reverse. And then when it reverses and it's hype and all that, just remember another dip is gonna come again. And if you miss the dip, there's gonna be another dip. When you will need to freak out, probably you will not freak out, which is going to be around the end of next year, and everything is going to look too good to be true, and you're going to believe everything, and it's going to look so bullish, and everything is going to be so bullish, and everything is going to be so priced up, and everybody's making a lot of money, or most of the people, and the spaghetti hands are back in full force, trying to catch up and trying to buy everything and disregarding everything that says anything bearish. It's going to be very hard to actually panic when it's the right time to panic. That's why today it's now time to panic, because when the real time to panic gonna come, most people are not gonna panic, and you best believe that, which is still far away from here today, guys. That's it. We're looking at what's going on here. We are more reacting to the market and trying to do as best as we can to predict the market, but we are working with what the market is telling us today. And the market is telling us we are bullish, we're going higher. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.